So this is one of the earliest papers. I don't know if you've heard about the transradial approach. This is the big thing the last couple of years. I'm one of the biggest pusher for transradial approach. And this is actually one of the earliest papers before even anyone was talking about transradial approach. We published this in 2016. We looked at alternative access for endovascular treatment of cerebrovascular diseases, and one of them was the transradial approach. Then we published our series later on in stroke about the safety of the transradial approach in diagnostic angiogram and procedures. And at that time, we looked at also patient satisfaction, where we asked patients that had a previous transfemoral approach to compare the experience with the transradial and transfemoral. The majority of those patients said the transradial approach is much better, less pain, less risky. They like that much better. Now, knowing that, we looked at our learning curve with our fellows. You need a higher number of transradial approach to reach your plateau as compared to transfemoral approach. So it's a little bit more challenging to get your plateau with the transradial approach. For example, to get the best for fluoroscopy time, you need 95 cases for radial approach. You need 60 for femoral. You need 77 for case duration in radial. You need 52 in femoral, etc. Stroke can be done with the transradial approach. This is a case of stroke where the patient presented with a right-sided M1 occlusion. You see the M1 occlusion, very tortuous vessels. We went in from the transradial approach with the catheter all the way up, and then we were able with the stent retriever to open the vessel. Same thing, we compared the transfemoral to the transradial to make sure that the transradial is not taking longer, and it wasn't. Everything was comparable. And here we looked at our first 760 neurointervention, and turned out that the number of procedures to treat to get closer to your learning curve is around 14. This was the first transradial book for neurointervention that we've published that really describes step by step how to do the transradial approach.
Hey everyone, Ryan Rad here from neurosurgerytraining.org. If you like that video, subscribe and donate to keep our content available for medical students across the world.